Hello. So the three scenarios I decided to go with for report 16% of teens have considered suicide. Breastfeeding may boost children's IQ, and my final one, work ac- workalism is tied to psychiatric disorders. So for the first one, for the 16% of teens have considered suicide, to me that's a frequency because frequency claims usually describe a particular rate or degree of a single variable. And this isn't like a casual claim, nor is this a association claim. And the variables could be the teen population, maybe like since it's 16%, that it's telling you the chunk of the teen population that's being affected by this. The mental health issues, because if they're considering suicide, what are the specific health issues they're going through? Is it depression? Is it like mental turmoil or certain things they're going through their life? Is it the health issue, the mental health issues? Then how you could operize this is by maybe doing surveys, maybe seeing why teens are feeling this way exactly, categorize responses. So once you get the responses, maybe categorize them so we have a better chance of seeing what is going on with them and how we can potentially help them or what specific traits is going on for this. And you can also measure their thoughts by maybe they tell you someone their thoughts, write it down, and you get to compare and see. Then yeah, and why I once again think is this claim because it shows a percentage, and frequencies are usually a percentage or a rate of something. Now for breastfeeding might boost children's IQ. To me, it's association because association claims are usually about two variables, and to me, these go hand in hand because in order for the children's IQ to get boosted, it requires breastfeeding, and the variables of this can once again be the breastfeeding aspect and the IQ of the child, and how one might be considering this, the operational level, or even the variables to this is. And oh, for the first one, for the 16%, it would be measured. And for this one, it could be more of measured because you can't manipulate IQ when it comes to like studies. So it would be more of a measured, and you can maybe see how many months have they been getting breastfed, duration of breastfeeding, like how many months has been going on, has it been days, weeks, and even as cause even like has it been exclusively breastfeeding? Have they been introduced to solid foods yet, or has it been pure breastfeeding to be able to determine, hey, this child IQ is getting affected, but is that mainly because of they've been purely off breastfeeding, or is that because they've been introduced to solid food already? And you can also do IQ measurements, like hey, maybe do tests to see how the IQ is, mini tests to see how they respond to this and like that. But yeah, to me, it would be measured for this one. Then for the final scenario, which was workalism is tied to psychiatric disorders. Once again, the variables would be workalism and psychiatric disorders. And right off the bat, this is measured because none of this you can really affect or manipulate. It's more of just seeing are these two linked, and for this one, it's association because once again, it's two factors playing hand in hand together. Like, hey, the workalism is being tied to psychiatric disorders because without the psychiatric disorders, maybe the workalism isn't going to be a factor, but because it's being affected to one another, then they're both associating by being right next to each other. And you can maybe find this out by using scale items, self reports. Once again, maybe not questionnaires, but more so like surveys, but like self reports by letting people say how they feel. Maybe their work or job is getting to them, but you're basically letting the people speak their mind, and you can maybe find a correlation of, hey, maybe the amount of hours they're working, the amount of pay they're getting is affecting them to this extent.